welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another Cringe Fest. Today's the day we're finally going to talk about the year-long gap between videos. I know, it's super exciting, and you've all been dying to know. The main reason, and you know what, honestly, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, the only reason there was such a long gap was because I joined the Air Force, right? So the little, just some background and stuff. The last video before the break or gap, whatever, that we had posted was, I think I posted it like 7 days before I left, right? So I minimized the gap as much as I could. But yeah, it was about 7 days, and I know I probably should have said something in that video like, hey, I'm about to go off and do this thing. But at the time, our viewership was really small. Not that it's like fucking massive now or anything, but pretty much everybody who was watching was a close friend, and they probably already knew because I had been telling everybody, right? But basic or boot camp, so the official term in the Air Force is basic training, right? So I left for that, and it was 9 weeks in Texas, right? And then I graduated that, and I got sent to Mississippi, which worked out in a way for me because my parents live in Florida, or I lived in Florida with them, obviously, so it would have been easy. I was able to get most of my Xbox and a monitor and everything from home because they were only like 3 hours away. And I did try to get while I was there, try to get my PC, but just the situation that at tech school wouldn't have allowed for it, and I honestly probably wouldn't have been recording and editing even while I was there. But yeah, so 9 weeks in basic, and then once you go to tech school, it depends on what job you're gonna be having, how long you're in tech school for. I think mine is supposed to be, God, that was disgusting, I'm sorry. Mine was supposed to be like 4 months, and even that can change depending on how well you're doing, right? So if you're just like absolutely killing it, and you're all your exams, you're taking them ahead of schedule, I think the minimum amount of time that you could be there for is like 2 months. Is roughly 2 months. I, however, was opposite end of the spectrum. I ended up being there for like 6.5 to 7 months, right? So there were a lot of there were a couple things that contributed to that. Biggest one was I ended up having to take my final exam to graduate all of tech school. I ended up taking that. I ended up taking it 3 times, right? And the reason for that, I wasn't studying for it at all. I thought I was just smart enough to get through it without having to study. And that was very much not the case because the final exam. So I'm in cyber for the Air Force, and so the final exam is in the civilian. It's the civilian world. If you're not in the military, then it's recommended before taking the test that you have 2 years of IT experience. And aside from building my PC before I joined, I had 0 experience. I don't know if you can even, you really can't even say that building your PC is IT experience, right? But yeah, I had 0 experience, and this test is you're supposed to have 2 years worth of experience. when you're actually in tech school, obviously they give you like a textbook to study and read through and everything as soon as you get there. So I guess technically speaking, you have at least 4 months to be studying and preparing for this test. But I mean, everybody, you just got out of basic training. You were in, I don't want to say misery. It's not that bad, but like obviously, like you're in a very stressful environment for 9 weeks. You don't have a whole lot of freedoms, and you finally get to a place where you do, like, you can just hang out and relax and a little bit with people. So you're not, a lot of people aren't gonna jump right into studying for this test, right? Well, the actual course leading up to this test is about 2 weeks long. So you have 2 weeks to get ready for this test that is supposed to take people outside of the military 2 years to prepare for, basically. So it's a little stressful and very important that you're utilizing your time well. I was not, obviously. Thankfully, though, I got got a little extra time to study for it and get ready for it, being that I took it 3 times, right? But yeah, and so like in between, when you're actually waiting for, because you actually have to wait for a class to open up leading up to this test, right? There's a limited number of teachers, and they can only have so many students in the classroom while you're studying and learning and stuff, right? So I think altogether, because I had to do it several times, altogether I ended up in the waiting for a class stage for like a month and a half. So there was at least a month and a half worth of the time that I was there where I was just waiting to get into the class. And then after that, God, I'm sorry, my mind's fucking. So after I finally passed, there was probably another month worth of me just kind of hanging around, waiting to get all my paperwork and stuff that said I could leave Mississippi and go to my next base, which brings me to another point of why it was still taking me. Why it was still taking me so long. I ended up getting stationed in Germany. So currently, right now, I'm living in Germany, right? And I had to get my stuff shipped from Florida, from Florida, to Germany, which took probably like 2 months. And honestly, even if it had gotten here earlier, a lot of my friends that I made while I was in tech school ended up getting stationed in Germany with me. So my first couple months here were just spent like hanging out with them and like seeing the sights and like traveling as much as we could. And then I finally got my stuff, and I got my stuff like right as Corona, like a week before they shut everything down and were like, oh yeah, Corona is destroying everything, we have to shut it down. I got my stuff like a week before that. So the timing actually worked out really well. And now I've got like, being in Germany and not being able to go anywhere, it just, I don't know, I mean, it sucks obviously, but it's working out right now, because as far as recording and editing goes, because there's about a 7 to 8 hour time difference between me and the boys back home, right? So it'll be like 1 a.m. for me and like 6 p.m. for them. So right as they're pretty much finishing up their regular days and getting ready to get on and play, is when I'm like, all right, I need to be going to sleep now, because I have to get up for work at, I usually wake up at like 6 for work, just as an example. But Now that Corona and everything, I'm only working a couple days a week. And Alex actually just graduated from high school, which great job, bud. I haven't told you that yet, but great job. Really proud of you for that. Kyle's been graduated for a while. And it's also, even regardless of that, like, there's just a lot, like Gabe, for instance, who is still in school, like, he has more time to play because it's basically just, I mean, I can't really speak for how his schooling goes. I know he's doing online schooling, which has created a situation where there's more time for him to play. But yeah, so we all just have a lot more time to play and talk, and I don't have to worry about waking up at 6 a.m. every day during the week. So it's as unfortunate as like the whole situation for everybody is. It's working out for us, you know. But yeah, and then during the day, I have nothing. Like, I can't go anywhere or anything, so I'm like, yeah, I've already watched everything I want to watch on YouTube and Netflix and stuff because I got that taken care of in like the first week, right? But yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I've got time to edit, and I've been having fun with it, so I might as well do that. So yeah, it's all working out right now, you know. And so that's kind of where we're at with everything, you know. I know like I missed the past 2 weekends for video. I personally I was a little down in the dumps. I was kind of dealing with some stuff. Found out that because my parents were gonna make a trip out to Germany for my birthday, and turns out that that's not gonna be, like, there was still hope up until about like a week or two ago that everything would clear up just in time for them to make it out, but it's pretty, at this point it's pretty much like, yeah, they're not gonna make it out. So I was dealing with that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we're at. And it would have been cool if while I was gone, everybody would have been able to still be making videos and stuff, but I'm the only one who either has a PC in general or had one that was good enough to be recording with and editing videos. Gabe did just get he just got a PC. I say Black Holes, if you don't know who I'm talking about. But he just got a PC, so he's able to record at least now. So the plan for future videos as we're going forward is, like, I'll take the footage from him and then I'll mash it together with my perspective so that, like, it alternates between my perspective and his perspective. And then in the future, hopefully everybody else will also get PCs, and we'll be able to, like, everybody's perspective as we're playing through, right? Speaking of playing through, I know I've had Minecraft Dungeons gameplay going in the background while I'm talking. We did do a playthrough of Minecraft Dungeons, so the next couple videos after this or before this or this, I don't even know what my uploading is gonna look like. This will probably go up, and then I'll have we did a playthrough of Minecraft Dungeons is what I'm trying to say, and so that'll be going up pretty soon, around the same time as this video, to keep things simple. But yeah, so there's that, and then I guess the only other, like, thing I have to talk about right now is we are actually about to lose another member of the Relatable Bunch. Ethan, or Shadow, whatever you know him as, he's actually getting ready to join the Marines. As of me recording this, he's leaving in like a couple days. By the time I upload this, he might be gone already, actually. But I've got some footage with him and everybody, and I'm probably gonna do like a little bit of a farewell video for him. Just a couple, like, I have to go through the footage, obviously, and see if it's even worth me posting, or if it's all just us kind of sitting there silently not saying anything. Hopefully it'll be good enough for me to post, so that way he can have that little farewell video. But yeah, so he leaves, and then it'll just be the four of us left. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with everything. So hopefully this wasn't too boring for everybody. I know it probably was, honestly, but if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I know we all really appreciate you guys watching the videos and stuff. But yeah, have a good one, I guess. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. I'm just gonna fuck it. Bye.